Hi, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I hope everyone is good. My project today is a box that is 3.5 by 3.5 by 1 inch. And inside is this cookie from Cheryl's Cookie that's supposed to look like a leaf, but they kind of just blobbed the icing on there for this, I guess. I don't know why. It doesn't look like it looks in the picture when I bought it. Okay, so I used the Love of Leaves stamp set for the sentiment, the stitched leaf dies, and Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. Okay, and we started with a piece of Bumblebee Cardstock that is supposed to be 9.5 by 5.5, but I believe I did the 5.5 and I forgot to do the 9.5. Okay, so we're going to start on the 9.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 1.5, 5, and 6. And then we're going to turn it to the 5.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 and at 4.5. Okay, and we're going to fold and burnish. Now, with your skinny rectangle on the left-hand side, this is what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the top and bottom rectangle. We're going to cut these tabs this way and these tabs the other way. Okay, so let's start down here. All right. On the skinny rectangle on the left, we're going to take out this piece right here. And we're not going to be wedging up because this is not where we're going to join it. This is our flap, so we don't want to have that wedged up at all. Okay, so then you're going to turn it this way, okay? And we're going to cut this flap piece straight here and then just wedge a little bit out of the sides of the square. Okay, and then we're going to move to this side, and we're going to get rid of this again, just like the other side. Keep that one. Okay, get rid of that, and then whoops, flip it back, and we're going to cut the flap straight and just wedge a little bit out of this square. Okay, so now turn your part with the flap over to the left again. And we're just going to cut these middle. We're going to cut the rectangle straight on both sides. And then we wedge a little bit of the square, which helps us take out that bump from the score line. Flip it 360 so your flap is on the right-hand side now. And just do the same thing for this square. Straight on the rectangle side, and then just wedge a little bit out. Okay. Okie dokie. Now we need our detail trio punch, and we're going to round the corners of our flap. I'm just going to fold over whatever's in the way. And then just round the corners. Okay, we're done with that now. Okay, now we need to put Seal Plus. While it folds like this is going to be like the outside of the tabs. We're going to put some Seal Plus on the tabs. Okay. Alright, and we're going to attach them to the piece that does not have this flappy stuff on it, okay? So you're going to take it and you're going to attach this line straight with the line from this side here. Okay, and sometimes I do miss little pieces and I just go back and fix them after. Okay, now this is going to be our front, so these will be the ones that cover last. Okay, so we're going to put some Stampin' Seal on these, and you must put one close to the outside edge, and then I just add a little on the inside edge just for good measure. But you don't have to put the one on the one inside. The one on the outside is very important because that will seal the edge. All right. I'm just going to make sure that it meets up nicely. And I'll just put in my hand and press it. Alrighty, and then we'll put our cookie in. This way. Oops. And there's your box. Okay, now we need a piece of Pretty Peacock that is 3 3/4, no, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that's going to go on like that. Well, we're going to put dimensionals under it, and I made this so that you can make several of these with one piece of the 6x6 Plaid Tidings designer paper, because this is 3 by 3. Okay, if I made this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, you would not be able to make 4 out of one sheet of designer series paper, so I just added a little layer in there of Pretty Peacock. And I only need Seal for this, not Seal Plus. So it's this I want to do. Okay, and I'm going to place this right in the middle. Okay, and now I used some of the Bumblebee Gingham ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it around the box and put a bow on the side that has the opening. You could just put a bow on top here someplace, but I like to make sure that it's nice and secure in there. So I tie a bow around. Okay. This one's a little smaller, but that's all right. Okay. All right, now we're going to put some dimensionals on here. And I'm going to put one in each corner. And then one here and one here so that it'll still support the middle, but it won't make the ribbon be stuck if they don't want it in there anymore. All right. Okie doke. And I'm just going to put this evenly on top. Okay. Now, with the stitched leaves dies, I cut using the outside and the little inside that puts the stitching on, which I will link to the set on my blog so that you can see it. Let me just adjust my chair. Okay, so what I did first is I glued down the Cajun Craze I used for this one. I just kind of put it right here. Okay. And the pretty peacock I used for this one. And I put it right about right here. And then for the Bumblebee one, I used, actually in this one, I think I used Daffodil Delight by accident, but the box is the Bumblebee. Pretty close. This one's just a little deeper, I guess richer color. I put dimensionals on this one. I didn't put it on the bottom, just the top leaves. And then I put just a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom part. Okay, and I put this one kind of angled right like that. Okay. Oh, I didn't. I have to put a little more glue under there. Guess I didn't. Before I bend it, I should, oh, the little leaf end of this pretty peacock one is under there, so I needed a bunch of glue to stick it down because it's poking it up. All right, hopefully that'll do it. Okay, now for the sentiment, I used a strip of pretty peacock that is 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I used the sentiment from the Love of Leaves stamp set with some memento ink. It says, "I'm so glad you're in my life." I'm going to try to center that right in the middle of this. Nope, crooked. Let's try this way. I really should be careful here. All right. Good. All right. Now I'm using the Banners Pick-a-Punch, and I'm going to use the flag side. I'm just going to stick it in, turn it over, and I'm going to make sure it's centered and clip it off. And then the other side, I might have to use a little extension on. No, it's good. Okay, I'm sticking the other side in, just making sure that's centered. And there we go. Is that the right side? Yep, that's the right side. Okay, now on this one, I glued it down. I'm just wondering if I should put dimensionals on this one or not. Yeah, I think I will put dimensionals on this. Okay. Alrighty, that's gonna put it right like that. And for the finishing touch, I used some Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And my Take Your Pick tool. And I put, I think, one big one kind of over here. And then 2 little ones. One up on this guy and one over on this guy. And that's my project today. I hope you enjoyed it. You can shop for any of these supplies with me at the address at the top of the screen, katherineteeman.stampinup.net, and I will have below my blog linked that will have all the measurements and a link to the supplies. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe, and if you liked my project and my video, hit the like button. I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.